It's day 4. I am out in my trailer real quick. There's a really obnoxious dog in my backyard. It's not mine, it's the backyard neighbors. And can you hear that? That's all day long. People get mad having to look at my trailers in my driveway, but not mad about that. Anyways, so I'm out here real quick because magically all 3 of my kids are sleeping as long as they're going to make it through this dog situation back here. And I wanted to come here and talk about prioritizing your list and organizing it. Like, where the hell do you even put this list so that you always have it? Because I know I've heard multiple people say, like, I have to put it up on my fridge or my wall because otherwise I won't see it. I won't go look for it. My husband has the same issue. He's like, I don't ever go look at my to-do list. And I'm like, cool, let's set an alarm in your phone to remind you to go and look at your to-do list every day. Is because you have not formed that habit yet that you are not going to do that. And so if you never actually make the effort to start to form that habit, it will never happen, right? And so for him, he goes to the gym at 7 a.m. He gets back around 8. And so I was like, set your alarm for 7:55 a.m. to check your planner. And that way, if you're like driving home, you can snooze it. And in 5 minutes when you arrive home, it will remind you again. Okay, so he's got an alarm to remind him to go and check his planner. Anyway, so I want to talk to you about where to put those things and then how to prioritize your list to make sure it's actually stuff you're getting done. I think it looks like you guys are very productive. Exactly. The trailer thing, I don't know. The city is apparently mad because the neighbors are mad. My trailers are in my driveway, but there's obnoxious dogs all day, every day, and no one's mad about that. So, to each their own, right? Excuse me. So, the first thing I need you to remember about your to-do list is it is never going to be done. And so make sure you're giving yourself some grace as you're going through your priority list and being realistic, okay? Because you could say that I have to get this done today. This is a top priority when really it actually isn't. And so I'm going to talk to you about the categorizing of the priorities and how you can sort those. Okay. This is not about the actual to-do list. It's about organizing your thoughts so you can get it done. A lot of times I'm not even going back and looking at my list because writing out the list in the morning of the things I need to do that day. And then I know what they are because I've written it down. And so if I have a larger list, or if I get lost and distracted and my kids are being crazy and there's people coming out from all directions, like there's days where the mailman's stopping by at the same time there's a customer stopping by at the same time there's a team member here picking something up. And I'm like, okay, what the hell was I just doing? And so that's when I can return to my to-do list, right? But writing it down every morning gets you ready and already organized for your day so you know what it is that you need to accomplish that day, okay? So let me show you my organization method and then we'll get into prioritizing, okay? I don't know how long those kids are going to sleep, so hopefully we can get through this pretty quick. So I found my old simplified planner. This is what it looks like. Oh, I got all kinds of stuff in here. I keep these because then next year I can go back and look at what I did in that month and I can reorganize. I can plan my year in advance, essentially, of all my meetings and everything. So it's the simplified planner. I like this one because it's very simple. It doesn't have all the extra stuff. It just has a place to write your day and it has a place to write your daily calendar stuff, okay? So when I used this calendar, I used the calendar part to see my month. So I have all my activities and events, the schedule stuff we talked about yesterday, all that stuff is listed on my calendar, okay? Because I have to be. Now, this is my 2020 calendar. So I did a lot more stuff with my team virtually to stay plugged in with them during that time. And so there's a lot more things on here than there normally would be, okay? And I'll show you what my current calendar looks like too. You may still think it's crazy. But just that little box, that was my things that I needed to do today. Like these are the things I'm scheduled for, okay? And then I would flip into my weekly, and this is where people are supposed to like time block their days and like write out at 11 a.m. I'm doing this, and at 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. I'm doing this, you know, all that stuff. I don't do that. I put my master list here. And so there's no rhyme or reason. It's not separated by days. It's just one big ass freaking list. And then I separate my lists out over here. So these would be like, well, this was a womanizer list. This is people who ordered womanizers. This is also a list of people who were getting a special gift, but I would separate out my daily tasks as well. And back when I was doing this list, I was making more of a weekly list. So every Sunday night, I would rewrite the list because my week is changing. So I would take this list and I would flip to the next page and rewrite all the stuff that I didn't do the week before. So I kind of operated off of a one list, and then I would make tiny little lists for the day if I needed to. Now I'm a lot busier and I'm doing a lot more things. And so I actually write my list every day. So let me show you that. I like to call these lists like squirrel lists. Like you're writing out your master list and you're like, oh shit, that's like something I really have to do. And it's got like 5 pieces to it. So I like squirrel over here and I write those things on another little list. Okay. If you're ADD at all, even a little bit, you totally know what I'm saying, right? So here is the Remarkable 2. If you go to remarkable.com, you can find it there. It actually is just the tablet that they sell there, and you can buy the case separately. I hold a couple extra things in the back there that are important things, like my compensation plan for my team is in there. And so that if anyone's ever like, hey, how much money do I make when I do this? I'm like, well, let me show you. Because I carry my planner with me everywhere I go. Like my mom, it was her brain. It is my brain too. And it's all here. Because I do so many different things, this allows me to have different notebooks and folders for different things. So I do have my calendar here. That is this one right here. And so this is what my weekly looks like now. So these are the things that I have to be at, calls I need to make, places I need to go. These are the scheduled items. But as you can see, my week is really open. And so it's up to me then to just fill in with my master list when I choose to work. I'm coming to you today at 12:30. Yesterday it was like 8:30. That's when it fit into my schedule for me to do that. And since this is a priority and one of my priority tasks, it's the thing that I'm able to be doing now that my kids are asleep. Is this all making sense? Is this like helpful? Tell me how you feel about all of this information right now. Like, is it good? Is it bad? Tell me all of it. I don't really care what your response is. How you're feeling about this. All right. So I still have this. And then I also, I can go to my other notebooks here. I just got to exit out of my, and this, by the way, swipes to the side. So this is all my different calendars here. And because I have so many different notebooks, I've got all these different notebooks here. These are folders actually. And then there's all these different notebooks. Okay. So here's my calendar. Here's my to-do folder. And it's actually got multiple to-do lists in it. Remember, because I do multiple to-do things. So like one is my home to-do list over here. One is my bookkeeping to-do list because I hired an accountant recently. One is my assistant to-do list. And then this is my me to-do list. And this actually has 21 pages because I've actually created squirrel lists within this as well. Okay. So this is my today list. And I would just like move to the next page and start writing a list of things that I didn't finish as well. And then I have my master list up here towards the front. I've got a daily list there that ideally that's habits I would like to start creating. And so I've got that list there. And I'm going to be honest, I have not been very good at doing those things, but that is in my plan. And so I've got the list there. This is my master list. So once my today list starts to dwindle and I don't know what I am doing next, I go to my master list and figure out which project is next. Now, I am pretty good at doing this and figuring out what my priorities are now after 10 years of doing these types of lists. But here's how a really easy way on how you can organize your priorities and know what it is that you need to do next. Okay. So this is going to be your challenge for the day. I want you all to go to your list and remove the goals if you haven't done that first. If it's not something you can take action on right now, not that you need to, but that you can't because you don't have, something's missing, money, time, some piece of the puzzle is not there yet to be able to finish that. That's a goal. So move that to your goal list. Okay. Create a separate folder, put that somewhere else. All right. Now, your challenge then after that, remove all the goals, and then you're going to ABCDE all of your to-do list tasks. Okay. So you're going to put a letter A through E on each of the tasks. A tasks are what I like to call bitches gonna be mad tasks, which means if I don't do this very, very soon, someone to be affected and they might be mad at me. For me, that's things like sending out customer orders, Bitch is going to be mad if they don't get their orders. That's also placing orders in a timely manner. Bitch is going to be mad if that ends up on my to-do list. That's a thing I need to do now. Okay. And those are usually like Friday and Saturday tasks for me. I've kind of narrowed it down to a certain time frame so that I don't really have to think about it as much. The weekend comes around and I'm like, cool, I got to place an order. Let's get this together. Right. Okay. So A, bitch is going to be mad tasks. B, those are things that are like going to be a task that bitches are going to be mad about, but it's not yet. Like people aren't mad yet. There's actually a lot of those tasks, believe it or not. A's and B's get really confusing. So make sure you're very specific about like, can I actually wait on these tasks? Like today, I don't have to place an order because today is Thursday, but it's on my list. And tomorrow or the next day, that's going to become a task I need to do. Are you seeing the difference? Tell me what you're thinking in the comments. Okay, so A and B's can get really crazy. Make sure that you only have like 5 or 6, maybe 7 A tasks at a time. You got to figure out which ones are the most important ones right freaking now, okay? The rest are B tasks. Once you finish the A tasks, then those B tasks become the A tasks, okay? C tasks are things that are like ideas. Like I would like to, and they're kind of like goals too. Like I would like to write a course, a training course, or I would like to grow my inventory, or I would like to do whatever, something that sounds like something you really want to do and you really want to start to put in motion, but you don't have all the pieces to do it yet, and it's not a priority. There's way more important things to get done, okay? Like a lot of girls send out Thanksgiving cards. This is August. Now is not the time to be doing Thanksgiving cards. Do the stuff that is important now, okay? Those kinds of things. Christmas cards too. You see what I'm saying, right? We still have a long time until that's not a priority. Use your time more wisely right now. Okay, and then, so that was C. D is a delegate task. I've gotten a lot better at this. I used to not delegate anything. Now I delegate a lot. There's many things that are happening in my business that I'm not actually the one doing. And so there are things that you don't have to be the person that does it. If you're like sending messages and it's a copy paste, you don't need to do that. If you are putting stickers on calendars or on catalogs or whatever it may be, you don't have to do that. If you are putting together little packets, maybe you love to put together packets, do that if you love it and it makes you happy. But for me, I don't love that. And so somebody else puts together my packets, okay? Delegate. D, things that somebody else can do that your time could be used more wisely in other places, okay? And E tasks are eliminate. You thought that was important when you put it on your list. You needed to get it out of your brain. Now it's out and it can be moved. It can be eliminated. You don't need it, okay? Sometimes those things can be moved to like your goal list or to your C task list. But if it's not anything of like, I've come back from trainings before and I'm like, oh, that was a really good idea. And then I get here and I'm like, nah, that was not a good idea. I'm not going to do that. I don't have any desire to do that. Eliminate. Okay. So I need you to go through your list today, your master list, that big ass master list, and ABCDE it, and then drop a photo in the comments and let me know what you're thinking on all this information. I know it's a lot. Hopefully it helps with at least figuring out how to organize these things. This goes with me everywhere, you guys. There's like very few times where I'm caught without my planner. This is a planner and a notebook, and everything that I do in life is in this book. And you can do the same thing with this. This is what I did before. Just put it into the pages. You don't have to use a planner like it's designed to be used. So feel free to come up with your own ways of organizing that and making your list and your squirrel list. Let me know what you think. By the way, we have one more day of this free 5-day challenge. And I'm just wanting you to know that if you're loving getting organized like this, that I'm also offering a 90-day challenge starting on September 1st. It is $1 a day to have accountability and productivity led discussions, only once a week, a call, and then also a daily check-in through chat messenger on Facebook. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, tell me in the comments that you want information on that 90-day challenge. Just say 90 days, and I will get you the info. All right. Have a wonderful day. Bye.